Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Listen, it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time coming, but we finally here. We are here in the finals, man. We're here in the NBA finals. This video is going to be about the NBA finals. It's been a while. Uh, you know, ended up getting into a new place and everything like that. You already know that. Settling in and everything, setting up everything. So it's been fun. It's been a fun adventure so far. Definitely trying to get other equipment, for the podcast, stuff like that, laptops, all that type of stuff. So a lot of things have been amazing so far. It's been a lot of stuff going on and everything like that. Um, Definitely appreciate the love and support too, as well. I definitely appreciate it. Um, but before we get into everything from the finals and all that type of stuff in this video, my name's Isaiah Austin, and welcome back to the IDA Kings video production channel. If you like the videos, hit the like button on all the videos. If you like the channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell notification to know when I post and upload new videos. Hit the hype button. Share the videos, comment, everything like that. Man, let me tell you something. The finals is here. The round with the Knicks and Cavs, that series was interesting in game one. The Knicks, y'all know, ended up coming back from 20 plus down, coming back in the fourth quarter, really dominating that fourth quarter and in overtime as well. After that, they just dominated, blew out the Cavs the next three games after that. James Harden struggled in the second half, especially in the second half in particular of the games. Really struggled bad. Donovan Mitchell had some really great games throughout the Eastern Conference Finals. But Jalen Brunson did some great stuff. Karl-Anthony Towns, Bridges, and even Josh Hart was the heart and soul, did a lot of great stuff in that series. But they just basically took away the Cavs fight and stuff like that, especially after that game one. It was really over after that. The Cavs had an opportunity to not only win that game, but they could have really competed in this series. And after that loss, it was just a nightmare from there. And the Knicks did a great job. They won 11 straight, overall. Now they're going into the finals against the winner of the series between the Thunder and Spurs. And that series was an instant classic, in my opinion. Game one, you already know, was an instant classic. Battle of all battles. And it was going back and forth. Spurs, I believe, won game one. And then the Thunder ended up winning the next two games. Game three, the Spurs started off on a big run, like a 14-0, 16-0 type run. They were on fire to start the quarter. And then the Thunder ended up coming back, winning the game, going up 2-1. The Spurs ended up tying the series 2-2, though. And in game five is when Wemby had a rough game. He had masterful games as a whole, but he had a bad game or two in the series, including game five. But after that game five, Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs did some magical stuff. They blew out the Thunder in game six. Wemby dominated from start to finish in game six. Was a masterful player in that, blocking shots, putting a lot of pressure. Now, Shea was up and down in this series too, But game seven, though, after being a little up and down, the Spurs did a great job guarding them and then having some players come over a little bit with some either full double teams, half double teams, stunts, different things like that. But Shea ended up figuring out game seven. He was masterful, balling out, had over 30, in that game. Definitely had over 30 in that game. If I'm not mistaken, he balled out. He was cooking. And, Wemby did some great stuff too. There was a stretch where he had a little bit of roughness because the Thunder started getting a little bit into him, putting a little pressure on him, making him think a little bit. It's tough, though, because that's a tough team. But he started figuring out in that second half even more, okay? And, man, let me tell you something. Fox did some good stuff in that game seven as well. Castle, he had a great series overall. Okay, the first two games, he had 20 turnovers, okay? But he had like about 19 to 20 assists. But then after that, the rest of the way, he hasn't turned the ball over as much from an overall perspective. Castle has, but that's also when Fox came back, took some pressure off of him having to handle the ball against that pressure of the Thunder defense. That's a tough defense to go against, especially when you're the de facto ball handler or point guard kind of as well. You know what I'm saying? But overall, yeah, like Shea had over 30, 35 points, I believe, in that game seven. But the Thunder ended up losing game seven to the Spurs. The Spurs were up double figures a lot. The Thunder would make a run, and the Spurs would keep pressing on them and start going on their own run. A lot of craziness happened in this series from top to bottom. Lou Dort struggled a lot. Wallace and Caruso and McCain and even Williams, the big fella, number 34, he did some great stuff. Overall, they did some great stuff. K. Williams, Jay Williams as well. They both came off the bench, made some tough shots, some threes. Jay Williams ended up getting a double-double in game seven. He only took 9 shots, but he had a double-double. He was really clutch in this series. But there's a player, Lou Dort was struggling bad. Hartenstein, he did some good stuff overall. He was aggressive. He was rolling to the rim aggressively. But in this series, though, there's a player that a lot of people have been talking about last few days since this loss to stuff Saturday night, going into Sunday, obviously. And that was Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren struggled, but it wasn't just this game. He only took 2 shots. He only had 4 rebounds in game 7 and 4 points. But he did not take more than 9 or 10 shots, but only 1 game. And that was really, really wild what I saw against Wemby. Now, Wemby forced the Thunder to not attack. They had kind of attacked it, but they didn't attack it aggressively as much because they knew he was over there. Wemby is one of the most historical defenders I've ever seen play basketball, and I've seen a lot of great defenders play. Scottie Pippen. A lot of great defenders. Gary Payton. A lot of great ones. You had Michael Jordan, LeBron. Hakeem was great defensively too. Tim Duncan, Kawhi. There's so many different players you can name them. You can just list them off. But Wemby defensively was so flat out unbelievably good. Like flat out great. I mean, I can't even lie to you. It was exciting to see. It was exciting and magical to see. He just forced them to not attack the rim at all. They really forced them to. And then when he came off the floor, that's when they attacked the rim better. But Kornet did a great job too, man. He was aggressive, trying to attack the shots as best he can throughout the series, defending the rim as best he can as a backup big. He actually did a great job. He had a chase down block on Hartenstein in that game 7. But man, it was tough, man. Holmgren was struggling. He didn't attack Wemby. There were times where he could have too. Did backdoor cuts on him, all type of stuff. And he just was not aggressive overall in the series. The coaching was a little up and down for the Thunder in this series as well. When it came to Holmgren especially. But overall, it seemed like it was just Shea, and then they just winged it at that point. I think the Spurs did a better job of running offense. I even think the Lakers did a better job of probably running offense, but again, they didn't have enough talent. The Lakers did. And the Thunder did also have A.J. Mitchell, who was great in that series. They missed him for most of the series. I think almost all the series. I can't remember if he played game 1, but he didn't play game 2 all the way up to 7 anyway. And then the other Williams, who's their part of the 3-headed monster, the second best player on the team, he didn't. Jalen Williams, he didn't play in a lot of the games either. He played game 1, came back in game 1 after missing all the series against the Lakers and most of the series against the Suns, and then he also played in game 6. He was struggling in game 6. He did real good in game 1. He played a little bit in game 2, but he got injured again. I think he re-aggravated the hamstring. That's a tough injury to come to deal with once you get injured with that. He was dealing with that throughout the year. And then game 7, he didn't play at all. And they definitely needed him, especially how Chet Holmgren played, not just in game 7, but the entirety of the series. They needed him bad, man. And he's very important. Chet Holmgren is he's on the All-NBA offensive team. He's one of the best defenders in the league, and on both sides of the floor, he struggled, man. It was really rough to see, but it was tough. A lot of people beating him up, man. I think he'll be better. Now, the question really, to be honest, with that, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But the Spurs end up getting the win. Did a great job in the series, and now they're playing the Knicks. It's a rematch of the 1999 Finals when Tim Duncan dominated. I think he had a quadruple double in the last game to seal off the series win, and that I believe was in the Garden. I think that the Spurs ended up winning that, if I'm not mistaken, in 5 back in the day with David Robinson and stuff like that. It was a legendary scene. The Knicks at that time were not really healthy. They didn't have Patrick Ewing. This Knicks team is healthy, have their full starting lineup together, and the Spurs should be healthy as well. So this is going to be a fun series. Now, before we get into that series, though, the Holmgren situation is interesting. A lot of people have been talking about it, saying they should trade him, multiple first-round picks, maybe another younger player or two to get Kevin Durant, to get Giannis, someone of that nature. I can understand that because both those players, at least alone, even Kawhi Leonard, even with him dealing with the injuries, would have, to me, played better than Chet Holmgren played in this Game 7. I really believe that. It's proven, confirmed. It's not debatable. Now, the problem is this could be a one-off for Chet because I've watched him perform in the playoffs his rookie year, because the first year, y'all got to remember, he got injured, and he was drafted second behind Pablo Banchero, but he didn't play that first year because of the injury. In the summer league, he was balling in the summer league, but he got injured in the summer league, if I'm not mistaken. But then after that, he played a rookie year. Wemby was first. I believe Scoot Henderson was second. Brandon Miller was, I believe, third. Or it was flipped because the Hornets. Well, either Miller or Scoot Henderson was second, third, whatever order that was. But with that being said, Chet Holmgren ended up finishing second in that Rookie of the Year vote, along with having Brandon Miller and Scoot Henderson. But Wemby ended up winning the Rookie of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he did. And Wemby, I think it was in the under 19, under 20, something like that. It's a rivalry since then when they were kids. Wemby was dominating, but they lost. His team lost. So, Chet Holmgren won the MVP of that game. And Wemby had really a mad face. And since then, it's just been Wemby. I'm not saying it comes off as he don't like him at all whatsoever. So every time people compare him or he plays against him, he just is not a fan of it, and he just goes out and tries to dominate him. And the Spurs have been really giving the Thunder everything they can handle this year, especially this year. It's been really tough for them. And Chet Holmgren looked, I ain't going to say he was terrified, but what it looked like to me, it looked like it. I'm not saying he was, but it looked like he was not interested in going up against that brother. And I'm going to tell you this, his rookie year in the playoffs, the second year, and this is them winning the championship, and then this is third year technically. It's hurt because the injury happened the first year as a rookie, but then he played one full year as a rookie, 82 games. So this is his third year. I've never seen him look like this in not in the finals when they played against the Pacers, not even against Dallas. He didn't look like this against, this was rookie. He didn't look like this against the Lakers. Didn't look like this against the Suns. He didn't look like this against the Nuggets. And the Nuggets, they have Jokic. He didn't look like this against the Timberwolves. Nobody. I mean, there was no team he played in the playoffs, that made him look the way he looked against the Spurs. It's not even the fact that he played bad. He wasn't shooting the ball as much. So he wasn't really missing shots. He just wasn't shooting them. And it started in game one. That's when I had a feeling this could be a problem, but I didn't think it would be to this extent. Because in game one, he took one shot, he was 1 for 1, but he had 4 points. And that was in the first half. And Wemby was dominating that first half. And it was crazy how Chet just wasn't taking shots. And it was odd. Like, even in game seven, he didn't take, I don't even know if he looked at the basket. The last time he looked at the basket or took a shot was really in the second quarter. With like maybe 10 minutes. And it started when he I think got dunked on in the game, I think by Wemby or something crazy. It was something in that game. And after that, it was a long night from there, man. It was tough. And but I think it could be a one-off because I've never seen him play like that. So maybe he just got to play better, I think. So hopefully he does get better. I think he will. The problem, though, is the Thunder want to win. They got draft capital. And if I would really, if I'm Sam Presti, I would definitely think about getting Giannis, Kawhi, Kevin Durant, someone of that nature. I would definitely think about it. Especially Kevin Durant or Giannis, in my opinion. I would definitely think about that for sure. Kawhi, not only, he's older too, but he's dealing with the injuries. But he played more games, but you probably got to, play him around 30 minutes, and then, break down his minutes and stuff like that as best you can throughout the season, which is I wouldn't see no problem because they got depth. So, but, yeah, that's what I would think about if I'm Sam Presti. I'm thinking about it. But Chet Holmgren, I think, is going to be better. I think he's going to be a great player in this league. I really do. I think he's going to be a top NBA player for a long time, make all-stars, all defensive teams, all NBA teams. So, he's going to be in those conversations for years to come. I think he's going to be great. So, I think he's going to get better, and this situation is going to make him better. I really do believe that. But now we can get into the finals, though, after talking about all that, though, because this finals is going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be a special one. It's going to be legendary. The Spurs have depth. They have Wemby, of course, and they have Castle. Fox dealt with a lot of crazy stuff, too, throughout his career, especially with Sacramento. He already know. And he was helping that team get better, dealt with a lot of things with him and Coach Brown. Who's in the finals, he's going against him. But then he went to the, Spurs in the trade, and you see where they at now. And then the Knicks, man, I mean, they went through a lot for generations, too. I mean, the last finals appearance, obviously, they had was 1999. They dealt with a lot of situations, man. Patrick Ewing, I think, missed a layup at the rim. I think John Starks missed key free throws. Reggie Miller was talking trash to him before the free throws. There was a lot of stuff going against the Bulls, the Pacers. Reggie Miller hitting them with the choke sign in front of Spike Lee and his girl, his lady, I think his wife. Craziness. The last championship the Knicks won, I believe, was in the 70s. I think 73, if I'm not mistaken. 71, 73, somewhere in that area. They Walt Clyde Frazier, Phil Jackson, who's the coach for the Lakers, and only lost one finals as a coach. And I was against the Pistons when they were when he was the Lakers head coach. Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton, and Karl Malone was facing Chauncey Billups. Facing Chauncey Billups, who's now in the Hall of Fame, won Finals MVP. Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, all greatness. Coach Larry Brown, all that great stuff. So that's that was the last time they won a championship, about 73 or so, I believe. Since then, it's been some curse the Garden. The Knicks have had some rough times. The fans have had rough times, but now they're in the finals. Jalen Brunson is leading them to the finals. He's been legendary, special, magical, and stuff of that nature. And it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a historical series. It's going to be a lot of great stuff happening in this series. It's starting tonight on ABC at 8:30 p.m. This video will be out before the final start. And I'm pretty excited about it. I cannot wait. There's going to be a lot of things. The Knicks have to figure out how to guard Wemby, but they also got to figure out how to attack the rim, even with Wemby on the floor, because Wemby's a monster. Going to see who Wemby guards to start the game, start and see how they adjust throughout the series. I can't wait to see how Karl-Anthony Towns play. He's been amazing, especially playing that point center area in that mid-range. Jalen Brunson has done a great job as well. And the team has done a great job running offense through Karl-Anthony Towns, and then it's getting to Brunson, and then they're doing pick and rolls, pick and pops, doing ball movement and stuff like that. They did a great job. Coach Mike Brown, has done a great job with this team, building depth, building the roster up to make sure they are all ready to play, and they have been ready to play. After going down 2-1 against Atlanta, they have been dominating overall. Had some close games here and there during this dominant 11-0 streak, but they have been dominant though overall. So it's been fun. Now, I'm excited. Cannot wait. Here's the thing. We're going to see how this goes. I cannot wait to see how the Knicks play defensively, the Spurs play defensively, and how the Spurs and Knicks run their offenses against these really good, tough defenses that's going to get into you. Before we leave, other videos we're going to talk about the Stanley Cup. Game 2 is on. The game 2 is coming on. Vancouver, I forgot their name. I'm sorry. Vancouver is playing the Canadiens. I think they won. I think it's Vancouver. They won game 1 so far in the Stanley Cup Finals. So going to be talking about that. Talking about the process. Try to watch some of the games. Definitely going to watch the Stanley Cup. It's been hard. Definitely working, but I definitely been watching the NBA Finals. But we're also going to be talking about different things like the NFL / also the UFL as well. And a lot of breaking news in the NFL. A lot of breaking news. A lot of crazy stuff happening. A lot of wild stuff. Trades, announcements, different things of that nature. The playoffs also start soon. You know what I'm saying? For the UFL. So I'm pretty excited about it. I cannot wait. Softball, baseball, college baseball has been crazy. MLB, a lot of crazy stuff's happened too. So we're going to get into all that in next videos to come and stuff like that. I'm going to be recording more and more as well, trying to record more and more, so get back on the grind of making videos as much as I can. So I definitely appreciate the love and support. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope y'all enjoyed the channel again. Again, welcome to the IDA Kings Video Production channel. Welcome back, man. We back at it. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hype button, hit the notification bell, so you know when I post and upload new videos. I really appreciate y'all. Be safe out here, man. The summer's coming. Okay, the weather's getting hot, so be safe out there, hydrate, and do all the good stuff, man. I really do appreciate y'all. One love, man. Hope y'all have a good one. Peace.